But yeah, anyways, number two.
We I guess we kind of talked about that, right?
I'm gonna talk about just one part of that. I have a story. So I wish I hadn't to work so hard, and I do have a story for this because in terms of the topic of life isn't guaranteed. So just recently, my father told me that his boss passed away, right? Or one of his managers, right? So rest in peace. Prayers to his family, condolences. But it just put a perspective in my life, a new perspective, because this guy, obviously he's a manager, so he's making at least like 100K, 200K around that, top money in terms of the economic field or workforce in Calgary, right? He was working so hard, trying to become successful. He's a manager, so of course he's, how the scales work, the pyramids work in a workforce. And to get a nice house, to get a nice car, to feed his family, to feed his children, and prepare their children for the future and stuff like that. I don't know the guy like that, but he was working so hard. And one day, or just a few days ago, at lunchtime, my dad went to go look for him, and he was out of his office. Apparently, he went to go play hockey. And coming home, like going home after him playing hockey, he was driving on the highway, and he got a heart attack.
On Deerfoot. Oh, it was on Deerfoot, right?
Yeah, on Deerfoot. He got a heart attack, and it caused a multi-collision crash. And just recently, he passed away. I don't remember how. My dad said mid-50s. And my dad was sad because that was his favorite manager, favorite boss, right? So obviously he was sad, and he was just shook as well. I was shook. Obviously he was shook. He physically knew him. He was about to talk to him before he went to go play hockey, right? Which is just like mind blown. Like, it's crazy. And it goes to show you that in this world, everything you have is temporary, right? No matter, let's say you have a Lamborghini, a nice house, a family. It doesn't matter at all, because your life in here is so short, and we don't know when our expiration date is, right? So us working so hard without keeping a balanced life, of keeping everybody else in check, your spiritual life, your mental life, your social life, everything, it's all gonna pass away eventually. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna live till I'm 80, because I don't know that. You don't know that. You watching right now don't know that. I've seen so many times, like throughout these last 2 years, how many times I've seen on my Snapchat and Instagram story, rest in peace to this guy, to that guy. And it just goes to show you, bro, like, yes, I'm young right now, I'm gonna have fun, I'm gonna live life, but you don't know if you're gonna make it past 21. I'm not wishing that on anyone, knock on wood, I'm not wishing that on anyone, but it's just reality. That you don't know if you're going to make it past 21, past 22, past 25, make it to 65 and retire. You never know that. And everything you work for in this life will all go to waste eventually. We'll all go temporary. We're all going to return back to the dust, back to our place where we belong. Right? So, first of all, stop hating. Stop living your life in hate. Start loving people. Work hard, yes, but keep a balanced life, of course. Balance is better than everything. Even us, we try to balance everything in our lives, right? Look at us, we're doing this. We have school, we have social life, we have work, we have family life, friends, everything. It's just everything all piled up. But we try to keep a balance because why? Because we know life isn't guaranteed. It's just a reminder for y'all. You want to add to that?
Yeah, you know what the craziest thing is? Most stories, like, of death of someone they know, it's always like, I was literally just about to go see him, or I literally just saw him, or we had plans tonight. And it's just because most stories I hear are like that. Like, when my grandpa passed away, had a normal day, had some tea, they went out, came home, and then just like that.
Yeah.
And that's how most death stories I hear, they're like that, even in your dad's manager or manager, right?
Yeah,
his
manager.
That was the scenario, like, I just saw him, I was about to go see him. But that just goes to show you that, not a single second in this life is guaranteed. So just
Mhm.
don't waste it. I guess that's
Mhm.
what
Yeah.
that's my advice. Leave your footprint on this earth. Leave a legacy
Mhm.
behind. A positive one.
Mhm.
Be remembered in a good way.
Yeah. Live right as well.
Mm-hmm.
Live the right way, the way that's true to you, what you think it should be. Not hold it off for later. Being like, oh, I'm still young. Because no, you really aren't young. You
Mm-hmm.
really aren't young. Because, like we said, you don't know when it's your time. And you never know if it's too late.